Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to yet again another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Sunday, 1st of June, so we just opened a new month for Bitcoin. As you can see right here, we are currently printing a fresh monthly candle. Basically the monthly close or the monthly candle open was actually, in my opinion, it's looking fine for right now. So it's very possible that, as you can see, all these monthly candles, sometimes when they open, they get a move to the downside and then we wick back above to continue that move to the upside basically. So maybe it's very possible that we get firstly that move to the downside basically. But as of right now, if we move to the daily time frame, you can see Bitcoin is currently sitting still at that weekly pivot support right here. Still strong support. Yesterday we did actually manage to bounce and actually pump a little bit, but as of right now Bitcoin is still struggling on that weekly pivot support. And if we go to a lower time frame like the 4 hourly, basically you can see once again we went actually back above that. We wicked perfectly, tried to regain that value area low right here, and we got rejected right here, as you can see once again from that value area low basically. And right now price is still going to the downside, and it's very possible that we test the low of this range right here. As you can see, it perfectly consolidates with that second weekly pivot support at around 101k. And basically if we look at the liquidation map, we do actually have liquidation on both sides. But as of right now, it's, in my opinion, very possible that firstly we take out all of this liquidity that's sitting on the downside basically, and then we can look for a bounce from right here and then move back up to take out the liquidity to the upside basically, since it is the weekend. And actually during the weekend, as you know, there's many manipulations happening in the markets, as you can see. And if we look at the hard time frame, basically our RSI momentum is looking nice and oversold right here, so it's possibly that we get a move to the upside basically for that coming next week. And we got for this month right here, for the month of June, our freshly printed monthly pivots. Basically you can see right now our monthly pivot is sitting at 103k, and it basically just got tested right now, as you can see, acting as strong support as of right now. So it's very possible that the price respects that monthly pivot right here and then continues to test that monthly resistance once at around 110k. So basically I'm still keeping bullish as long as we do not lose that monthly pivot right here. It's a very important key level basically. And also on the 12 hour, as you can see, our RSI and momentum waves looking nice. Also on the 4 hourly, our RSI perfectly bounced from that 20 line, and also our momentum waves right here is still trying to get back above that 0 line basically. So once we get above it, then I'm expecting still a price move to the upside. Basically the only concern that I have right now is that even BlackRock, all of these bigger institutions are actually selling. We did see a lot of Bitcoin ETF outflows as of the last couple of days basically. And also on the fear and greed index, we are back in that neutral zone, as you can see right here. So we won't stay long in that neutral zone. So in my opinion, since we got that new month, it's possible that we get a move. So basically we will have a move very soon in the next coming weeks basically to get out of that neutral territory once again. But as of right now, if we look the long to short ratio, as you can see, we do have more selling pressure basically. We do have more shorts in the market currently open than longs basically. And our funding rates are still low and positive, so this still keeps me bullish, as I said, since we did actually have a considerably big correction, as you can see, right down to that newly monthly pivot basically. So I'm still expecting a push to the upside in the next coming weeks. Once again, as I said, the only thing that concerns me is this ETF outflows that the bigger institutions are selling right now. And we do have some very important news in the first week of June. basically on Monday we do have a manufacturing PMI, and also we do have the most important one, that the Fed Chair Powell will be speaking. So this tends to bring a lot of volatility in the markets. And then on Friday we do have unemployment rates, and also hourly earnings and non-farm employment change, which are very important, as you can see, for crypto. So we do have some very important news in these coming weeks. Also job openings, basically this will also bring some volatility in the markets as for next week. And if we look at some altcoins like Ethereum is currently sitting below that weekly pivot. It has not yet tested its monthly pivot, as you can see. So maybe I'm expecting a move down to 2300,000 basically for it, and then we can see that move back up. Also the Bitcoin dominance, if we look at it, is still rising. So basically that's bad for the altcoins, as you can see. And as long as the Bitcoin dominance does not fall below that new monthly pivot basically, then I'm still expecting some stalling for the altcoins. As you can see, Solana currently below that monthly pivot and below that weekly pivot that we got that rejection, and is currently struggling below that second weekly pivot support, rejected it, turned out as resistance, as you can see. And possibly the next target for Solana, if the Bitcoin price does not move back up, will be at around $144 to $147 for Solana basically. Sui also having a strong move to the downside. As you can see, we did make a double top rejection from that weekly pivot right now, and since then the price has been dumping continuously for about 17% basically, and is currently once again, as Solana, struggling. Flip that support as resistance right now, and maybe if the Bitcoin dominance keeps rising and Bitcoins also makes another correction to the downside, then the altcoins will actually bleed a little bit more basically. So Sui can possibly get below that $3 mark, so $2.94 is basically my next target and potential long right now. Since if we look on a bigger time frame, we did have we're actually going down a long time, basically 90 days. So it's due, in my opinion, for a move to the upside basically. We won't continue going down forever. And yeah, this is basically my outlook for the altcoins. Hype is the one coin that is still keeping strong above 30. So it's been consolidating right now above that monthly pivot actually, but it is still below our weekly pivot. So once again, I'm expecting some kind of a move soon to come also for Hype. It will be probably, as I said, if Bitcoin makes a bigger correction, it will be to the downside basically. But if it manages to hold its monthly pivot, and then we can probably see some kind of a move to the upside. But basically very careful next week, since we got very important news, and there will be some volatility in the crypto market and also probably the stock market as well. We will see our CME future markets, they open in about 14 hours, so it will be very interesting open. In my opinion, it's possible that we open to the downside basically once the market opens, so we'll see about that. And this will be my outlook for today. I hope you liked the video, subscribe for the channel, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.